In America, clean water may seem like a commodity that we have a limitless supply of. Although most of our nation has access to affordable, clean water, many other parts of the world struggle to provide their citizens with enough sanitary water to carry out daily actions like bathing, maintaining oral hygiene, or even giving their bodies enough hydration to survive. With diarrhea-related illnesses killing thousands every single day, the challenge is to provide access to usable and drinkable water to all of humanity. One of the biggest obstacles that stands in our way is creating clean water from the non-usable sources we find on Earth. With only 1% of the water on our planet being fresh, scientists and engineers are attempting to find methods such as desalination and nanofiltration to purify the salty and contaminated water that surrounds us.
We selected providing access to clean water as our challenge because we believe it is one of the most prevalent and immediate issues facing the world today. Today, over 663 million people around the world face a lack of access to clean water. Over 2.4 billion lack access to a toilet. This challenge is not one that poses a long-term issue that may develop in the future, but one that affects the lives of individuals around the world every single day. Earlier this year, the World Economic Forum announced a lack of clean water as the #1 global risk facing the world today in terms of its impact on society. This is a problem that demands immediate attention that we hope to help provide. In addition, this challenge is one that one of our team members is currently heavily invested in conjunction with Engineers Without Borders, providing clean water to Las Lajas, Ecuador, via a water pipeline from a nearby mountain. The challenge of providing clean water to those living without it is at the forefront of many notable groups and organizations like Engineers Without Borders, and we aim to contribute our own ideas and solutions to the crippling problem that is facing the world today.
Every day, at least 5,000 children die due to illnesses caused by bad water. Those children, if given the chance, could have changed the world with ideas unique to them. In sub-Saharan Africa, the daughter's chore is to go to the river and collect water, a river that is over an hour away. They have to spend 2 hours to get the water, carrying a 40-pound jerry can. Many get raped, kidnapped, beaten, or killed sometime during this trip. But if they had access to clean water close to home, the attacks would go down. The children would be able to spend that time in school learning, and that learning is important. For every 10% increase in the woman's literacy, a country's whole economy can grow by 0.3%. The same can be said for the children who get sick from water. Because they are sick, they cannot go to school, help the community, or do anything. The Water Project worked to be able to give a small town a well at a local school. They hired locally, improving the local economy. With the school having fresh water, parents were more inclined to send their children to the school so that they could have access to it as well.
By far the most effective method of delivering clean water would be to use desalination to remove the salt from seawater in order to create drinkable water. In addition, nanofiltration and reverse osmosis to separate the pollutants in the water are highly effective potential solutions. In a study submitted to the 2010 World Environmental and Water Resources Congress, a variety of different nanofilters were tested, and it was concluded from the results that all filters removed over 90% of all bacteria and pollutants inserted into the water. However, due to the immense cost and previously mentioned difficulties of these methods, their use as a widespread, readily available solution is not feasible. It is important, then, that we also focus on the use of cheaper and more accessible solutions to rely on. For example, in areas with a complete lack of usable water, water pipelines can be used to bring clean water from nearby sources including rivers, lakes, and reservoirs. For smaller villages and other areas in which it is not economical to use pipelines or nanofiltration, more rudimentary methods such as solar distilleries, which use evaporation to purify existing water, could be implemented. In reality, there is likely no one singular solution. It will take a combination of all of our available methods and technologies utilized where they are most efficient in order to effectively deliver clean water to the entire world.
When it comes to turning unusable water into fresh water, we know of multiple methods of desalination, but do not know how to conduct them efficiently. Reverse osmosis, nanofiltration, and electrodialysis are among some of the most common advanced methods for cleaning water, but the efficiencies of these are often below 0.1%. Because desalination requires so much energy, scientists are trying to pair it with renewable resource energy production, which is a grand challenge in itself. And not only does it require immense energy resources, desalination plants demand specific locations near the oceans that will also not have harmful environmental effects.